Welcome back to another My Hero Academia anime vs manga comparison video breaking down season 6 episode 7 titled Disaster Walker, which happens to be the same title as chapter 278. We will be going over all of the changes made from the manga to anime adaptation, and of course if you are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe with notifications on so that you don't miss a video, and if you want to further support the channel, then please consider becoming a channel member by clicking the join button. To start things off, when the news reporter is reporting the news about the current state of Jakku City, the anime doesn't adapt the panel showing Daikaku Miyagi and the news station. After the opening, before Endeavor gets spiked to the ground along with Ryukyu, the anime extends Endeavor and Ryukyu fighting Shigaraki by a tiny bit. The panel of Onuma and Kido looking at the near high-end Nomus from a distance isn't adapted for the episode. For some amazing attention to detail, as Shigaraki is explaining how he can now control his decay, in the background you can see the near high-end Nomus destroying some of the heroes that were with Burnin's group. The high-end Nomu that were shown in Shigaraki's flashback for the anime were actually the near high-end Nomu in the manga. This to me is a little bit of a weird change given the topic for this moment was supposed to focus on the near high-end Nomu and how the difference between them and the high-end Nomus are that they can't think for themselves due to not making it to their testing phase. During Garaki's explanation of the near high-end Nomus, the anime adds in a scene showing the heroes having a really rough time fighting them. Before Shigaraki jumps towards Aizawa, the anime shows him dodging a jet burn from Endeavor, as well as adding some shots of Shigaraki and Aizawa looking at each other. The collage featuring all of Class 1A is replaced with a shot of all of Class 1A from the back. Gran Torino gets some added dialogue when Shigaraki makes it near Aizawa, and Shigaraki noticing Deku right before Deku tackles him was removed. Of course, the animators did not fold this week, as we got a ton of amazing animation for the episode. Jason Yao did a fantastic job with the arrival of Bakugo. I loved how Deku flips over Shigaraki and has Black Whip tighten back around him. It's a small detail, but I really liked it. After Endeavor asks about Shoto, the anime doesn't adapt Endeavor turning back to look at Shigaraki regaining his footing. We then get an added shot of Shigaraki standing there menacingly. For some added and removed details, when Shigaraki is dodging Endeavor's Hell Spider, the anime adds one of Endeavor's Hell Spider beams in the shot of Shigaraki realizing that All For One is within him. In the same shot, the anime removed the blood coming out of the cracks forming on Shigaraki's face. We even get an added shot of All For One right after this. Gran Torino bulging up is very reminiscent of All Might's muscle form, which does have me wondering if All Might learned this technique from Gran Torino. In this moment, Shigaraki even gets some added dialogue in response to Gran Torino telling him that his existence made everyone suffer. A little bit too far there, Gran Torino, but I do understand what you mean by that. For an amazing addition to the Bakugo nuking Shigaraki scene that was animated perfectly by Haruka Ida, Deku ends up hitting Shigaraki out of the explosion with a shoot style smash, where in the manga, Endeavor is actually the one who goes into the explosion and hits Shigaraki with a vanishing fist, while Deku just keeps his distance from Shigaraki. It's honestly a dope addition that makes Deku be a little more involved in this portion of the fight. The best animated scene for the episode, hands down, has to go to Endeavor's vanishing fist that was animated by Shu Sugita. They went beyond plus ultra for this scene, and I couldn't be any happier with the finished product. Hell, the scene as a whole, including Endeavor forming these flame wings that of course doesn't happen in the manga, was an incredible addition to the scene. Almost everything Endeavor related seems to always bring amazing animation, and I am all here for it. Switching over to Dabi, the entire scene of Machia grabbing the League members and Dabi taking Skeptic is actually an adaptation of a deleted scene from the manga. As stated by Horikoshi, this is a scene I wanted to include for chapter 273 when Machia's giant arm rose up behind Toga, and it made me weep to have to cut it. These sorts of deleted scenes are born when I just draw the whole chapter however I want first, and then have to adjust things to account for page count. Consider this a bonus supplement. It makes you wonder just how many deleted manga scenes really are there in My Hero Academia that we haven't seen before. Given Horikoshi's words, this seems to be something that happens from time to time, but regardless, I'm glad the scene actually got animated for the episode. Continuing on, a lot of the scenes before Mount Lady tries to hold off Machia are anime only scenes, such as Machia taking some sniffs, Getten on his ice, and this hero almost getting stomped out by Machia. The anime also removes the detail of these love bubbles forming around Machia's face when Mount Lady tried to hold him off. Let's just say it's a good thing Machia is wearing pants. Switching over to Team Edshot's rear guard, some students get some added dialogue. Switching over to Edshot versus Redestro, the anime removes Edshot's likewise comment when Redestro says how unpleasant, but Edshot does get an added shot of him dodging Redestro's stress. Switching back to Mount Lady, she is given a little extra dialogue, and the panel showing Jakku City doesn't get adapted. After Midnight gets hit by debris that Mr. Compressed threw at her when making contact with Creati to tell her that they need to put Machia to sleep, the masked villain that ends up going after Midnight had his dialogue removed where he states that Midnight was all his. With Yaoyorozu being left with a big decision to make, the anime doesn't make it easier for her with the addition of her classmates asking her what they will do about the current situation, adding on to the pressure. This addition is actually really good, as it helps display Momo being that great leader that Midnight saw that she could be, as she was able to formulate a plan while under even more pressure than she was in the manga. Though I do feel like the manga visually displays this immense pressure and responsibility in a far superior way, I do believe the added pressure from her classmates helps with her overall character and development that she has gone through in the series. And for the final changes to the episode, Momo gets an added line as well as flames bursting out from behind her as Machia and the League get closer to their location. The episode ends with Momo and our heroes in the rear guard preparing to confront Machia. Now, episode 120 adapts about 2.5 chapters, them being the rest of chapter 276, chapter 277, and chapter 278. Every week the episodes just get better and better, and I can't wait for next week's episode. Let me know in the comment section below your thoughts on the changes made in episode 120. Are you glad that the deleted scene from the manga found its way into the anime? Let me know everything in the comment section below. With that said, thank you for watching another My Hero Academia anime versus manga comparison video. If you enjoyed the video, then be sure to Detroit, smash that like button below, and don't forget to share this video with your friends. If you are new to the channel and you want to see more My Hero Academia content, then be sure to subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on to join the Kitoroki Hero Academia to become my hero. Doing all of this really does help the channel out a lot, and it's always appreciated. Remember to stay plus ultra, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.